If you were a part of this defense right now, what would your message be to the group after giving up 34 points?
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in to the No Lie Zone, a.k.a. the one-loss zone.
We'll take it, though. We ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if we got to lose a game, lose this one, get it out the way. You want to lose a game where you still in first place.
Amen. RK here alongside Super Bowl 50 champion Aqib Talib, live from the DMVR bar. Man,
yes, sir.
Hey, it's great to be alongside you.
Yes, sir.
And, as I was preparing to introduce you, I thought to myself, do I also need to introduce you as defensive backs coach at Southern University?
That's crazy news. That's you like the fifth person to say something to me about that. I don't know where that came from. No, I do know where it came from. I had one of my old high school players, right? He was at a JC. Donald Penn is going to be the O-line coach over there.
Yeah.
So, I worked my magic, got my dog an offer from there, and he tagged me on the post. So maybe that's where they got it from. I'm not coaching at Southern, baby. Hey, I have no time for that.
I thought to myself, I was like, Aqib's got too many, little ones that he's got to coach before he's moving on to the college game.
I'm coaching at home, man. You know what I'm saying?
And
traveling and coaching.
You're too good at this to stop, in my opinion.
And they pay me too much, RK.
I was going to say, Southern likely doesn't have it like that.
I don't know what the DB coach making over there, but it's not more than what Underdog is paying me. I promise you that.
All right. Well, hey, that means that this show lives on, which is good news for me.
Sure.
Maybe bad news for Southern, but I'm sure Marshall Falk will get them a great DBs coach out there. Let's go back and move on to this football game. Broncos lose 34-20. Not pretty by any stretch of the mind. And I got to admit, Aqib, as I was watching this game, I was just thinking to myself what you've been saying all along, not about how they need to lose one, but about why they need to lose one. Because what you kept saying to me is, hey, the longer that win streak goes, the closer you are to a game where everything goes wrong.
Yep.
And you're fumbling the mesh at the mesh point. Yep. You're getting a fluky roughing the passer call.
A couple of them.
It's a crazy catch in the end zone by Parker Washington. Just one of those games where
you can't tackle. You're missing every tackle in the open field. Just everything is going wrong. So, hey, get it out the way. I'm not mad at it.
What do you think they'll learn from this, and how do they take this loss and move on?
I'm telling you, if I know Sean is going to sweep it under the rug and move on so fast. Like, there's really nothing to learn from it. You get it out the way. We know how we played. You get it out the way, man. You get right back to the table, right back to the drawing board, and you prep for the Chiefs because you can't lose another game.
Yeah, and the Chiefs game, I guess the good news for the Broncos is the Chiefs game not only looks easier than it did 2 weeks ago, it looks easier than it did this morning when you woke up. Gardner Minshew, unfortunately, looks to have torn his ACL.
Right.
So he'll be facing their third-string quarterback going into Kansas City next week.
Yeah, man. No work is easy work in the league. But if you don't got to play Pat, you don't got to play Gardner, it's easier than it would have been. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So we should be able to handle that business, and then we should have a big-time game at home. That's the kind of game we want to play going into the playoffs, a playoff-like atmosphere. It'll be a playoff-like game for us, and it'll lead us right into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So it's setting up perfect for us, RK. This is what we want right here.
I love it.
This is what we want.
I love it because a lot of people are blaming me for the loss because I ended up on Jags Twitter this week because I said that they weren't that threatening of a team.
Right.
And so Aqib saying,
I said
thank
it all
you.
week. I said it all week, man. So I hope I gave them great bulletin board material. Get y'all dub. They better worry about winning that AFC South. That's what they better worry about.
When you look at this game, what do you think is the number one reason the Broncos lost?
Missed tackles. Missed tackles, man. We gave up big plays, and a lot of them was due to missed tackles. Now, I won't blame it on the refs. The refs played a major part, but we can't control the refs. We can control how we tackle.
Facts. To me, I look at this 4 out of 5 in the red zone.
Yeah, we let them score in the red zone for sure.
And it started at 4-4. And the Broncos come into this game as the #1 team in the NFL in terms of red zone defense, and it just did not come together for them in that part of the field today.
Right, and it was all kind of plays, man. You got guys catching crazy back shoulders, just everything that penalties. You know what I'm saying? Giving them fresh downs. Everything that could go wrong today just about went wrong. So it is what it is. You if you're going to miss 5 tackles, if you're going to give up 4 touchdowns out of 5 possessions in the red zone, hey, do that, lose the game, and still be in first place.
Yeah, you look at that. You look at penalties, which have been a problem all year long. 6 for 61 today, which actually isn't that bad by the standards they've set earlier in the season. But you look at the other side. The Jags had 2 penalties for 20 yards today.
Right, and our penalties was timely penalties, third downs and red zones and things like that. So it's not just the penalties that you get, is when you get the penalties, is how they affect the game. You know what I'm saying? So how many of those was on third down? I wish we could see that.
Yeah, I don't have that right in front of me, but speaking of third down, Broncos offense 5 for 14 on third down, and that really hurt because there was several times throughout the game where it was like, oh, big play, you're already at the 50.
Yep.
It feels like you're going to go down and at least get a field goal, and then it would just randomly like get to 3rd and 2, and they wouldn't convert it. And that's another one of those things that I think goes to like the weird game that you're talking about. It's like, man, you love being in 3rd and 2. One time you try to run it, it gets stuffed. It doesn't work. There's several times where you felt like you could get an easy pass and they cover everything up and Bo doesn't have anywhere to scramble. Just one of those weird games where even 3rd and 2 didn't feel all that comfortable.
Right, very, very weird. Like, we really outplayed them. We let them score in the red zone, but we had more yards than them passing. We had more rushing yards than them. But we let them score in the red zone, and we let them go about 55% on third down. They probably was like 8 for 15, 7 for 14, or somewhere around there on third down. They had a great day.
8 for 15.
So they had a great day on third down. So, and we didn't. So, man, if you do that, you lose third down, you lose the red zone, and you tackle the way you did, you're going to lose them games. But trying to sweep it under the rug, man. I don't think it's nothing to learn from. Can't really learn from playing bad like that. Like, it's wasn't a lot of miss errors. We was in position to make plays. We just didn't make them.
What was the other one I wanted to point out here? I talked about third down efficiency. Here it is. Here's the one part of this that maybe gives me a little bit of long-term concern, and I'm curious your take on it. How much did this defense feel the absence of Brandon Jones today?
A lot of those plays downfield, you see whether it was crossing routes, middle of the field, PJ was there. You know what I'm saying? Jones would be there. Now, last week I thought he played solid, but it's different. It's different, man. You get out there unexpectedly with no expectations one week, that's one thing. Now you the starter, you got expectations, man. That's a totally different prep week. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely missed him, man. We definitely missed him, but I don't think PJ can't get it done.
Yeah.
I think he can definitely get it done. It wasn't just him.
No.
Moss missed a bunch of tackles, man. Our pressure was okay. We had a lot of sacks, but I still felt like Trevor had good time in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? The sacks came in spurts, but when we didn't get pressure, he had a bunch of time in the pocket. So it was a little bit of everybody.
The way that I described it, because I was on our post-game show for just a few minutes before you got here, the way that I described it is like when Brandon Jones plays, there's a lot of weeks where we don't even mention him.
Right.
Like the plays just don't go towards him, and we're like, yeah, I think he was good, but he wasn't really all that involved in the game.
Right.
The way that I really felt his absence today is it felt like P.J. Locke was very involved in the game.
It was a lot of balls going his way. Maybe they knew he was in there, he was the backup, and they was going to see if he was in the right position today. And they threw the ball at him. I don't know how many targets he had, but he was around the football a lot of times today.
Trevor Lawrence finishes the game 23 of 36 for 279 yards, 3 touchdowns and no interceptions, a 7.8-yard average. And I think that, unfortunately for the Broncos, with the Trevor Lawrence that we've seen for the last 3-4 weeks, is it's not always like perfect in terms of the timing and the quick, like I guess like machine-like offense. But he hit a lot of the chunk plays. He made a lot of great reads from back there.
Mm-hmm.
and certainly made the Broncos work on every third down.
Definitely did. And you say the chunk plays a chunk of his yards came from missed tackles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Came from a 5
Parker
yard
Washington.
out. Yeah, a 5 yard out turned into a 60-yard gain. Another 5 yard out turned to a 40+ yard gain. So chunk plays is kind of smoke and mirrors on them chunk plays, man. We tackle them, get them down. You may get the first down, but we get you down. We got to make you earn all of that. So he played well. Trevor did play well, man. He's been playing well for the past 5 or 6 weeks, or really all year, to be honest. But he played a good game, and they dropped 34 on us. So he did more than enough.
On the other side, Bo Nix, 28 of 47, 352 yards, which could be close to a career high for him. Maybe if it isn't.
Probably is.
Yeah, 1 touchdown, 1 interception on a 4th down where he's just trying to make something happen. But other than the fact that I thought he played well in a vacuum, the 3rd down stuff was a problem.
Right.
And then I think the play of the game is the Wildcat reverse to Bo Nix. You've got Cortland Sutton wide open down the field, a little bit underthrown. That doesn't get completed. It's a 7-point game at that point. If that's a little out in front of court and he's able to just glide into the end zone and score there, you're talking about a tie game, and I think we have a very different finish to this thing.
Right, but a play like that, you get to practice that full speed one time, and that's in the game. When you do that in practice, no one's going full speed. You have all the time, so it's different. To me, if he put that ball anywhere in the vicinity and give you a chance to catch that ball, then that's his job. So I won't put it on Bo. He probably could have thrown it out there further, but Court probably way further out there than he was in practice, because now he's doing it full speed. Maybe the play take a little bit longer. It happens a little bit faster. He didn't want to overthrow it. So trick plays are hard to practice, man. They're hard to practice. You get one shot at him in game, and he put it right there where Court could have made it. Court went to the ground with a catch. He just didn't complete the catch. So I won't put that on Bo, man. That's on Big Court.
Yeah, and it's one of those ones where it's like we spent the whole beginning of the season talking about Bo overthrowing it.
Right.
You overthrow it, it's cooked. Nothing can happen from there. You underthrow it a little bit like that. You give your guy a chance. He did. Court gets both hands on it. Unfortunately, just doesn't come down with it. Interested to talk to you a little bit more about the outlook for the Broncos moving in from here. But first, I want to give a shout out to our friends at Strawberry Fields Cannabis who make this show possible every week. Locations all over the state, including Denver, Pueblo, Trinidad, and Downeyville. So wherever you're going through in Colorado, you're going to get an opportunity to swing by a Strawberry Fields location. They carry premium flower, vapes, edibles, topicals, and more. They've got deals every single day, so make sure you're a part of that loyalty program so you can get in on their daily deals. And right now, if you make a purchase of over $75 at the Denver location, you'll be entered to win a full pound of flower for just $16, which, hey, depending on who it is, that might carry you all through 2026. Or it might just carry you through January, who knows? But make sure you get over there and use the code DNVR for 25% off your entire purchase from our friends over at Strawberry Fields Cannabis. That is from now until the end of the year, so time is running out. Hey, that could be some great last-minute Christmas shopping, depending on who you're shopping for. Of course, you must be 21 plus with a valid ID to purchase. Again, Denver, Pueblo, Trinidad, and Downeyville. Get over to our friends at Strawberry Fields Cannabis and check out strawberryfieldscannabis.com. All right, Aqib. We certainly just made things a lot more interesting in the AFC. You've got a game tonight with the Patriots and Ravens, which you'll be on a flight for, but that game actually doesn't really matter all that much anymore to the Broncos. You could eliminate or effectively eliminate the Patriots from the 1 seed, but the team that you're looking at now is the Chargers.
Right.
The Chargers now control their own destiny, and the Broncos too control their own destiny, but the Chargers face off against the Texans next week. If they win that game and the Broncos beat the Chiefs, you go into Week 18 with that game being the decision for certainly the AFC West and potentially for the 1 seed as well.
Definitely. The Patriots lost. I think just move them out the way for us. You know what I'm saying? It make us solely focus on one team. The Chargers definitely have a harder Week 17 game than we do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They facing the hottest defense in the league. We facing a banged-up Chiefs team coming off a loss to the Titans. So, they're at home. We on the road, though. But if both of us get that done, man, it makes for a great Week 18 game, man. That's a playoff-type game. It'll be a playoff atmosphere here in Denver. And it's perfect, man. I think we need a nice playoff-type game going into the playoffs, to the actual playoffs. So you get that nice vibe, a real big game, real preparation. The play going to turn up a little bit. Then you get a week off, and then you start the playoffs, man. That's the perfect vibe for us. It reminds us of us in 2015. That's what we had. We had a must-win game.
Against the Chargers.
We had a must-win game against the Chargers. The Patriots went to Miami. They lost a game. We had an opportunity to take the first seed if we beat the Chargers. Playoff atmosphere, man. We came out and turned the ball over 5 times or so in the first half. Then the sheriff came in, man, took us to town. You know what I'm saying? The defense stepped it up in the second half. So I love this situation, man. I want the Chargers to win. Win the game. Win the game, it'll be better prep for us. You know what I'm saying? If you don't win the game, the Patriots lose, we beat the Chiefs, we may sit our players. Then we had 2 weeks off, and I don't like the 2 weeks off. I like the playoff type vibe, then get to the playoffs. That's the situation I see for us if we plan on winning the championship.
Yeah, I mean, from a sharpness perspective, this is certainly much better because there was a world where you could have had this thing wrapped up today. Now, the Chargers winning early on made that not the case.
Right.
But there's definitely a world where you could have had it wrapped up next week, and there still is. But if you're able to win against the Chiefs on Christmas, you've got 10 days to prepare for the Chargers in week 7 or maybe 9. They can make that a Saturday game if they want. In week 18. And if you get that and you go out there and win, you're going to feel so, I guess the word is accomplished, going into that week one of the playoffs bye week. Whereas there was a world where it was just like, okay, like very much on the decline of the vibes at the end of the season. Just like, okay, this was like all of our work was already done. Now you kind of have to rev back up, and then you get that rest, which I think could be very helpful. And
that's what you want, man. You want to play meaningful games. Like, quiet as kept. Today was really a meaningless game. You know what I'm saying? If we lose, if we win, we in first place. We still gonna have to
win next week.
Win next week. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the same situation. If we lose, we still in first place. So, in a sense, it's a meaningless game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's tough to get everything out of your team when you're playing a meaningless game. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, the chips fall how they fall, and I hate win streaks, RK. I'm telling you. I hate win streaks.
You've been telling me for what?
I hate
6
win streaks,
weeks
man.
at least?
Hey, get this thing out the way. Hey, see a smile on my face. Hey, it light that fire back up under you, man. Like, all right, our win streak going at home. The overall win streak is going, man. Guys gonna be in the facility early tomorrow. The conditioning, the post game workout, shit gonna be cracking tomorrow. It's gonna be cracking tomorrow. It's gonna be that edge. We gonna have that edge back from a loss. I promise you.
Yeah, could you give me an example of a time where you had a win streak going and just kind of the feeling of the locker room after that win streak comes to an end?
A few times in New England, I just knocking off 8 straight wins. We start getting to the end of the season, and it's just like, you know, it's too lax in here. Even our Super Bowl year, we lost 2 games early, then we went like 7, 8 games straight, and it was just getting to the point where it's like, we too excited. Like, it's too lax in here. You know what I'm saying? Then we end up losing 2 games in a row. Then it's like, all right, now we gotta lock in. If we plan on having a shot at this first seed or you know, winning the division, we got to lock back in and win some of these games at the end, and it just tighten up the building. So that's what you need, man. You don't need to go in everybody just happy, go lucky, and like, you don't need to go into the playoffs like that. You need to go in with a fire lit up under you, playing meaningful games after meaningful games. That's totally different preparation than a not so meaningful game.
Do you think the mood of the team is probably pissed off after a game like this?
Definitely disappointed. More disappointed in yourself than pissed off, I would say, because we did a lot of things well. You know what I'm saying? We threw the ball well. We ran the ball well. I
think it was.
That's the number one rushing defense in the league, and we probably ran for 120 or so.
They ran for 100, but on 5.9 yards per carry.
Look, 5.9 to carry. We ran the ball good. We just couldn't finish on third down. We didn't get to the red zone because we couldn't finish on third down. So you do a lot of things good like that, man, you expect different results. And we had 20 points out of it, you know what I'm saying? Explosive day on offense like that, if we got 20 points, it just really don't add up. So more disappointing than pissed off. I mean, of course you're mad, but Riley's going to be disappointed, you know what I'm saying? That's 2 40-plus passes on you.
Yep.
That really was a 5-yard out.
And he played well the rest of the game,
and you played well all game. You got 2 missed tackles that look like you got 2 deep balls caught on you. You know what I'm saying? That's what Pro Football Focus is going to have. One catch, 50 yards. Yeah. Another catch, 50 yards. So disappointed, man. Disappointed. You in great shape. You're not roasted on the play. You're in great position to make a tackle. Just missed the tackle. And it was more than just Riley. It was more situations like that. So a lot more disappointed, man. Things we could have did better on the touchdown. PJ right there. That's great coverage. He throw it back shoulder. You get pushed off a little bit. Touchdown. PFF don't really care about the push off.
Yep.
So just disappointing plays where we could have did more and made a better finishing play.
If you were a part of this defense right now, what would your message be to the group after giving up 34 points?
Hey, it's a great wake-up call, you know what I'm saying? As soon as you start to toot your own horn, start to stroke your own hat, put the crown on, shit like this happen, man. Let's wake up early. Let's be the first guys in the building. You know what I'm saying? Let's attack the recovery lift. Let's attack the recovery conditioning, and let's start it like it's day one again, man. Whatever we was doing day one, the extra meetings, the 5 minutes early to meetings, the whatever it is that had us playing that way, we got to get back to that, man. Treat it like it's day one. Reset. So it's a nice reset button for you. You know what I'm saying? You got to earn it all over again.
I didn't even get to ask you what brought you to Denver today.
I had to do the coin toss. I did a few playoff promo videos. Y'all will see them here soon. You know, just working for the Broncos, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm always working, RK. You know what I'm saying?
Was that the legend of the game?
Nah, it hasn't dropped yet.
Okay.
So I did. It's more for the playoffs. So I recorded them today, and they had some pregame stuff, some halftime stuff to do the coin toss. Just working, RK. You know what I'm saying? Always working, man.
That's dope, man.
It's Christmas time, man. I need these extra racks. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. It's dope that you got to come back, man.
Nah, it's good.
And be in the stadium. We need one of these from you. We got your boy.
Yeah. It's my dog.
We got to get you one of these. For those of you who can't see, we got a CHJ signed jersey up here on the wall in the bar. What do you think of the bar?
I love it, man. I've never been in here neither, so it's a nice vibe in here. I like the set y'all had upstairs. Got a lot going, man. I love it.
I wish you could stay longer. We got a few more minutes here before you got to catch a flight.
Yeah.
This guy's might be the hardest working man in media right now, man.
I'm working right now, RK. I'm working, man.
He's always on a flight. I bet it's going to be a good Christmas at your household.
It's great. It's a bunch of gifts stacked up right now, you know. Trees looking good. I think both trees has got gifts stacked up under them, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, hopefully some of them for me.
How did the family do in the playoffs?
Nephew, Allen High School, they lost in the semis. So this is the Final Four team. They lost to Duncanville with the state, and they lost to North Shore. So great season, man. That was their first loss of the season. I think they ended up 14-1 or something like that. Nephew made first team all district center, you know what I'm saying? So shout out my boy Jayan, man. Jayan Talib balled all year, balled his butt off, man. Was a leader, coming back for another one next year. We coming back with vengeance next year, RK. I'm telling you.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to the beginning of this game, I remember now when I realized this might be one of those days that you were talking about where things don't go your way. Broncos forced a 3-and-out on the first drive. Awesome. On the second drive, though, when they get the ball, they end up going 3-and-out.
Right.
Then they force another. They force another 3-and-out from the Jags, and that's when you're thinking to yourself, like, man, this defense really is like that.
Yep.
And the Jags are really struggling. They gained 0 yards on that drive, and then they give it back to the Broncos. The Broncos go 11 plays, 61 yards down the field, and Will Lutz misses the field goal.
Mm-hmm. Did it get tipped? I was in the suite. I got people talking to me in the ball. Did it get tipped or nothing?
No.
Dang.
Just started it at the right upright. I think he thought it was going to draw in a little bit. It literally was directly at the right upright from the second it left his foot to the second it hit the upright.
I just told myself that this ball got tipped. It was a short field goal too, right?
Yeah, let me see. I can pull it up here.
It was a
missed field goal from 44 yards.
Man, that's short for Will, man.
Yep.
That's a short field goal. And then the following possession,
Jags.
we let him go 66 yards and cash in a touchdown, and that was when the first 15-yard penalty happened. Now that penalty was crazy, right? That was the
roughing the passer.
The whistle, right? When they blew the whistle.
Oh, yes.
That penalty was crazy, right? Like, come on, bro. Like, it's loud as shit in the stadium.
Yep.
You blow a late whistle, he still hit him. Hey, what we doing?
I don't know. Like, I have no idea what the protocol is there, but it feels very easy for the refs to get together and be like, he probably didn't hear the whistle. Like,
I mean, it was clear as day he didn't hear the whistle.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? And
there's got to be a little bit of onus on the quarterback to ground the ball. Like, just,
right, he stopped, held the ball. I mean, he gonna get tackled. So that was nuts, man. That was the start of it for me.
At the very least, it's fluky, right?
Yes.
I don't know if it's a bad call, but it's certainly a fluky call.
And it was. I thought they had a penalty on it as well. They had like a legal motion or some shit. It was a penalty on them, a penalty on us. I don't know. I know the rules, but I don't know the logistics. I thought they might have offset, but I guess it's a personal foul.
Pre-snap penalty, and then technically they call the play dead, so then that becomes a personal foul after the play.
Okay, so that's what I figured. But yeah, man, once we did that.
Well, and it just goes from, okay, so you make that field goal, now you're up 3-0. And what happens is then you're just in control on the next possession, right?
Yep.
Because, okay, even if they go down and score, it's okay, we score and take the lead. And the Broncos actually did get the lead at one point in the second quarter to go up 10-7, but then they immediately give up a touchdown. It becomes 14-10. And it just creates one of those situations where the Broncos are chasing the game the entire night. And that's probably one of the reasons why Bo Nix ends up with 350-plus passing yards. It's because you just had to throw. Then you come and you score the touchdown out of the third quarter, tie the football game again. Mm-hmm. And then you let it happen right back. And that was the one with the roughing the passer.
Yeah, that was the roughing the passer. And I don't know how that was roughing the passer. I mean, he took him down. He let up. I ain't feel like he drove his weight into him. That's the rule. You drive your weight into him, you get a flag. He was taking him down. He let him go. I thought he let him go. Did you think he let him go?
He let him go. And I don't know what you want these guys to do. This is a 300-plus pound man who's in motion trying to get his body off. But to me, it's like the flags that I say, and I say, okay, well, you got to call that one based on the rules, is they land flat on top of them.
If they try to put their arms like this, then you didn't drop all your weight on them.
Yes, but
that's what I think.
What Malcolm did, he got his legs out of the play. So his upper body, yes, does land on the quarterback, but he gets his legs out of the way. It's not like a full pancake situation. And I think they got to eliminate that from the rule book.
Yeah, they gotta find a way to clean it up, man.
Like, what are you supposed to do as a player to try and get off of a guy that you're trying to tackle before he hits the ground? Between the time that you hit him and the time he hits the ground, you got to shift all of your weight. Like, this is not realistic.
I guess you just got to let him go. You got to hit him. You got to let him go at the end. But man, it's crazy penalties, man. Then they followed a pass interference after that. That was a questionable call. If a receiver is stiff arming you like this, I got the right to grab him. I got the right to touch his arm. Like if he like this and I touch his arm, then you should clearly see He stiff armed me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And Jade immediately lets go.
Exactly. You stiff arm him, he grabbed it, and he immediately let go. And the ball is overthrown. So, man, I don't know. The refs definitely played a part, man. They
Yeah, I don't want to blame the refs.
Exactly. I don't want to blame the refs.
It's always a cop-out. But certainly there was just ones that were questionable at one after another. And they came at bad times for the Broncos. And
exactly.
The defense especially was not able to overcome those 15-yarders, those pass interferences that move them down the field. All of those extended penalty drives ended up in touchdowns for the Jags.
Exactly, and it just put them in good positions. Like that's a big 15-yard penalty on the roughing. The next one is put them on a 1-yard line. Like it's just big penalties, man. Or not the 1-yard line, close to 5-yard line or whatever. So them big penalties, man. It's hard to overcome those type of penalties when you're playing a good football team. It's a hot, good offense that we're playing against right now. So it is what it is, man. I got to go to work tomorrow. Here's Skip Mouth, you know what I'm saying? Got to go, here's Skip, you know what I'm saying? So it's good, man. It's good. It's going to work out for us, though. Watch what I tell you, RK.
Hey, last time you said, watch what I tell you.
I'm telling you.
It was immediately after the Broncos came back from down 17 points in the fourth quarter against the Jags. And you said, watch what I tell you. They're going to run off a big win streak right here.
Hey.
11 wins later,
I'm telling you
were right. So I absolutely have 100% faith in you because I didn't want the win streak to end. Like, I want to win every game. Like, I don't like this feeling I have right now, especially because I've got all of Twitter coming after me. But I'm putting 100% faith in you and Bennie that the win streak needed to end.
It needed to end, man. It'd be good. Sean has had plenty good football teams. He know how to handle situations like this.
What do you think he'll say? Like, what do you think his approach is this week? Is he turn up the intensity on them now and say, like, hey, you aren't as good as you thought you were?
He going to turn it up. He going to make it like day one. It's going to be a training camp vibe in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to go. The fire is relit up under us. It was lax out here. We was chilling. You know what I'm saying? We was staying at the Four Seasons down here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody lax. Everybody chilling right now. Back to the drawing board, man. Meetings. I need you at meetings 5 minutes early. The lunch break's a little shorter. The walkthrough is a little longer. We back at the Inverness. Let's lock back in.
Yeah.
Everybody lock back in. We back at the Inverness. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, he know how to handle it, man. All it does for good football teams, it light that fire back up under you, man. So it'll be good for us, man. The defense definitely needed because we didn't play well today. In the past weeks, we played okay. It's been kind of just okay. We haven't been the best defense in the league in 2, maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So we need it.
And I look at this and say it's probably a good thing that the Broncos realize they can't get themselves out of every situation. Because when they got the ball back, so it was 31-17, Broncos get the ball back. And I'm thinking, okay, you're down 2 scores. It's the third quarter. I still thought they were going to win the football game. And even when it became 34-17, they drove down pretty quickly. And I'm like, okay, they're going to score a touchdown here, make it 34-24, and have a chance to win this. And I'm assuming they thought the same thing the whole time, which is great.
Yep.
But it's almost like a little lesson to them. And you see this more in basketball, especially where it's like teams have a switch. Mm-hmm. And they're like, we'll just play lackadaisically through the first 3 quarters. We'll turn that switch on in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
All it takes is one time when you try to turn the switch on and it doesn't go on to realize, okay, we cannot ever dig ourselves a hole like this ever again.
Exactly. I don't think they want to, man. I don't care what kind of switch you have. You're not trying to be down 14 points in the fourth quarter in the NFL, period. So we got out of it a few times. They don't want to live like that, man. They definitely not doing that on purpose. I'm telling you, they definitely. I don't even know if you can learn from it because you're not trying to do it in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we just gotta light that fire, man. I can just see the lackadaisicalness, and you just look at the last couple games. Look at the last few games. The Packers come out, throw the ball all around us in the first half. Before that, Raiders. That's the Raiders. The Commanders, we win that by 1 point. Like, we let them complete every pass they throw. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you look at them last couple games, and it just was okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's good. It's good, man, to get punched in the face a little bit and still be in the fight. You know what I'm saying? You get punched in the face a few times, you still in the fight, you still first place. Man, we gotta go to the drawing board, see how guys are hitting us, see how guys are attacking us. Because I'm sure if you really go look into it, they're attacking us the same way. We just got to see what patterns we're doing, switch it up a little bit, and we'll be all right.
Anything else from your trip to Denver, your experience today that you wanted to share?
Man, just had a great time. Picked a great game to come to. Wish we would have won. But the atmosphere here, man, is second to none. I was on the field pregame, and, man, I'm telling you, RK, if the playoffs have to go through Denver, the AFC is in trouble because the atmosphere here is crazy. I know we lost the game today, but the atmosphere here is crazy, and it's going to get turned up even more. I kind of forgot what it felt like in this stadium, man. It was rocking. It was packed from corner to corner. Man, we just got 2 big AFC West games to win, and I'll be back.
All right. We'll see.
Sure.
I'm looking forward to that. I was really proud of the way the way the crowd showed up today.
Oh yeah, they showed up.
Because there was a little bit of me that thought like, it's the Jags. Like maybe the fans are going to let down a little bit. The last 2 home games were the Chiefs and the Packers. Like they've got a little more aura. I know Jags fans are already mad at me for that, but I felt like immediately when the game started, it was like, oh no, the fans came to show up.
Oh, they came to play. And I really thought we was going to be right, RK, and we was going to win big because, I mean, you look at the stats, they not a top-ranked offense. They not a top-ranked passing offense, rushing offense. They kind of like, they take the ball away. Yeah, they 10-ish, you know what I'm saying? They're not just up there super explosive. They take the ball away, in my opinion. That's how they get a lot of their points, you know what I'm saying? So we started off the way we started off. I'm like, oh, yeah, this offense ain't it. But I leave the game feeling the same way almost. Like, it wasn't just spectacular to me. We just didn't tackle. Like, you know what I'm saying? If we tackle the way we usually tackle, man, we wipe out 3 of those big plays. We wipe out 3 of those big plays, they got 20 points. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It's still one. They could be mad at me all they want, RK. It still wasn't impressive to me. It is what it is.
That's what I'm going to finish out. At the risk of ending up on bulletin boards once again, if the Broncos face the Jags again in the playoffs, how would you feel?
We'll smoke them. We'll smoke them, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be a big emphasis on tackling. We'll smoke them, man. Bo didn't get touched. They got no pressure on the quarterback, man. We had a field day throwing the ball. We ran the ball. We just need our defense to do their part, and we'll smoke them.
Crazy to be saying that about this defense, but it's definitely true today. All right, Aqib, I'm going to let you get your Uber here. Aqib's got to run to the airport. He's got a flight. We have pushed it about as far as we possibly can. So I appreciate you. We'll finish off the show with Bennie Fowler right here. All right, final segment here on the No Lie Zone. And we switch out one Super Bowl 50 champion for another Super Bowl 50 champion. We switch out offense for defense. But one thing that will stay consistent is no lies will be told on this here podcast. Bennie Fowler joining me now. And Bennie, I want to first ask you about something that you and Aqib have agreed on for about, I don't know, at least 8 weeks now, maybe 7, is that you wanted to see this team catch a loss before the playoffs. Aqib had his reasons for it. I'm curious to hear yours.
Well, I would say my reasons are just going based off of some of the teams that I've been on. When I think about that Broncos team my rookie year that ended the season really well and really strong, the mishap that we had came in that first week in the divisional or after our bye week in the divisional against the Colts, a team that we had beat handily. And sometimes I think you just need to reset, reflect, and refocus and get back to the fundamentals. When we look at the Jaguars game today, it wasn't anything egregious in terms of, oh, man, that is so glaring that if we don't fix that, we can't win. It was more of fundamental things. And I think sometimes you can read your own press clippings and you just think like, oh, we're invincible. And you saw it today from the Broncos where they didn't panic, which you love to see. You also saw it from Broncos country where nobody left the stadium when they went down 17 in the fourth quarter. They ended up kicking the field goal. But everybody stayed because, oh, we've seen this movie before.
Yep.
We can come back and win. And I think sometimes you just need to understand that you cannot play with your food. As a championship team, you are now going to get everybody's best shot. You are not sneaking up on anybody for the rest of this year. And I would say now, starting with this Bo Nix and Sean Payton era, they know what type of team you are. They know you're not going to quit. They know you're well coached. They know that you're going to have plays dialed up. They know that you're going to go for it on fourth down. They know 2-point conversions. And they know that you have an incredible defense that you can rely on that can get after the passer. And I think this loss today puts everybody back on notice to get back to their fundamentals and their details. When I think about the Super Bowl team or just great teams that I've been on, the details are what matter the most. And I think sometimes you can get away with that if you've won so many games. I also think about, I was able to win the Big Ten championship in the Rose Bowl my senior year at Michigan State, but we lost to Notre Dame early on in the season, 17-14 game. But that set the rest of our season for the rest of that year.
Yep.
And I think this loss at this time in December, right before the playoffs, just puts you on high alert. And it puts you on high alert that you can be beat. And that's what the NFL is all about. Sometimes, look, the Jaguars are a talent team. They're well coached. They got a great team, but the Broncos are better than them.
They should be.
But when you get beat by somebody like that, you know, especially for those young players, that this can happen. And Sean's going to put them on notice, I believe, tomorrow and throughout the rest of this week and the rest of the season. Like, hey, you saw what happened right there when you don't come to play, when you don't bring your lunch pail. Because physically, you don't see the Broncos get beat up front like that. And physically, just the missed tackles. These are things that Broncos haven't been doing all year. Riley Moss has been a great tackler. He actually made some really great plays and tackles today. But then you let your foot off the gas, miss tackles, and these guys go out there and make plays.
Yeah, if I had to boil down, and I don't want to put words in his mouth, but if I had to boil down Aqib, his take on why they lost, it would come down to missed tackles. And missed tackles is, to me, not a problem for this team that we've seen pop up in the past. So it comes back to this, like, did you want it as much as them? Were you as locked in as you possibly could be? Were you as focused as you possibly could be? And I think it's something that we could probably all relate to in life. Like, I would love this show to get 50,000 views every week. Mm-hmm. If all of a sudden we were getting 50,000 views every week, like, maybe I let down a little bit and I don't put as much work into the rundown. I'd love to break par every time I play golf. If I put together 11 straight rounds under par, maybe I'm not going to the range and getting that work in. And then all of a sudden I might shoot 80. Like, the Broncos shot 80 today.
Yeah.
And
Tiger Woods changed his swing 3 times, and he was dominating golf. But he just needed something. He needed a challenge.
Right. Something to work on, something to dial in on. And that's exactly what the Broncos got with this loss. It's a real wake-up call, and you will not have another game this season where the Broncos don't want it or need it as much as their opponent.
Yep.
Like, you're going into Kansas City, they've got nothing to play for. You have everything to play for. Yeah. They're not going to out-want you. And then if it all works out this way and the Chargers beat the Texans this week, now you go into a Week 18 game where everything is on the line. There's no chance the Chargers will want it more than you at home with the 1 seed and the AFC West potentially on the line. Like, you kind of let down today in the one game remaining in the season where it was possible for a team to want it more than you.
Yeah, and it's better now to get this out of the way. I think looking at this Kansas City and Chargers game, they're 2 division games. Although Kansas City is knocked out of it, they will play hard for that first half. And division games, especially on short weeks, always are a little bit weird, a little bit clunky. Andy Reid, I think, could come out with some trickery, some different things. Why not? Why not try to piss off the Broncos and do that? So these are things for Broncos country to be aware of, and also the team to be aware of. So, yeah, I think these guys got to get back to the fundamentals, understand, what happened. And it's nothing like having that happen at home. That's also embarrassing. Yeah. You don't want it to happen in front of your fans. I thought Broncos country did a great job. I mean, the TV was shaking when we were watching it on the watch-along. So it seemed like they got Sean Payton's message. But Bo Nix and Court, they came to play in that first half. And then, Bo was 11 for 16 and a touchdown.
I know.
And he was playing some elite ball. But I'd rather have the defense have their type of performance today than it be a bad Bo Nix game. So I'm okay with what happened. Bo Nix passes for 350 yards. He has the one interception. But I would be feeling a little bit different if we had that game and he, was 22 of 38 and 150 yards and 2 picks.
Yes.
Not 350 yards. Bo saw some opportunities out there today, and he made some really great throws, really impressive throws. I thought he was comfortable for the most part in the first half. Second half was a little uncomfortable. But I'm glad to come out of this game where I'm not worried about him.
Totally. And that offensive performance is so weird. I'm going to stick with golf metaphors here as we're two golfers. But it's kind of like one of those days where you hit the ball well and the putts just aren't falling.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden
sounds like me all the time.
You finish your round and you're like, man, I feel like I've played way better than this score shows. The Broncos only put up 20 points today. The offense did not look like a 20-point offense out there. Like, to me, that looked like an offense that easily could have scored 34 points and stayed in there. But the putts weren't falling. The third down play calling was certainly a letdown. They had some lapses in execution on third downs.
Dropped passes.
Dropped passes on third downs. They did not execute once they got in the red zone, which, of course, the Jags really did at a high level. And I agree with you. If you told me the Broncos were going to lose today, I would much prefer the offense do what they did and not make putts, but, get themselves in good positions, than if you were to tell me, like, the defense holds them to 10 points, but somehow the offense only puts up 9.
Yeah. I'm 100% with you on that. And I think it's going to be all right. I think Broncos country right now is a little upset. The defense has been a little shaky since the bye. And I'll be curious, did Aqib say anything about that post-bye? What does he think of the defense right now?
I think he had full confidence in them. I think that he mentioned that they definitely had some lapses and they needed this wake-up call.
Yeah.
He talked about the Commanders game where they allowed way too many completions from Marcus Mariota. And obviously the Raiders game is kind of just like a layup mixed in there. But
did he say what he would do to fix it, or is it just literally all going back to the fundamentals and just fixing the small things?
Fundamentals. I mean, we talked about the Jags. I said, how would you feel if you matched up again with the Jags? And he said, I think he said we'd whoop them because we just tackled that day.
Yeah.
And, I mean,
which is crazy to think about because the Jags came up here and put up 34 points. But if you actually get them down or get them off the field on third downs and actually tackle Trevor Lawrence or some of these weird things like the P.J. Lock thing, like if that play doesn't happen, how does the game end up? How does the game finish up or start, with those things not happening?
Missed field goal that could have put you up 3-0 early. Yeah, we talked about all that stuff, and it's like this is exactly what Aqib especially kept harping on with the win streak. He said every time you win a game and extend that streak, you're closer to one of those days where everything goes wrong. And clearly that was today. And when I'm trying to go to sleep tonight, that's what'll help me sleep is like, okay, the day where everything goes wrong and you just don't get a break and you miss a field goal and you get 2 weird calls for 15 yards that turn into touchdowns the other way, like that day has happened. And hopefully that is a long ways in the past now.
The only thing I think that could carry over that the defense still has no answer for is a quarterback that can move on the run. And when you think about Marcus Mariota extending the play, today Trevor Lawrence extending the play, third downs, and then the rushing touchdown. Some of these teams that the Broncos have really struggled with are quarterbacks that can be on the move. And that's the one thing is like, hey, Dre Greenlaw, Singleton are great coming downhill. Mm-hmm. But these guys are getting ran away from. And how do you correct that? What does it look like to have that spy? If you do have to play a Josh Allen or if you do have to play these guys again, I wouldn't necessarily be worried about playing Jacksonville again. But, if you have the Ravens or Buffalo in the playoffs, Drake May, these are all people who can extend the play.
So let me ask you this, because we're watching Sunday Night Football here. Obviously, this will be coming out tomorrow, and we'll know what happened here. But do you almost want the Patriots to win? Because there's a very good chance the Broncos are going to have to win both of their last 2 games anyway. If they do that, they've got the tiebreaker over the Patriots. They obviously knock the Chargers off of contention for the 1 seed. But the Patriots could at least help to potentially knock the Ravens out of the playoffs here. Do you want that to happen so that you don't have a Lamar Jackson matchup potentially?
For the Broncos, as a Bronco fan, I would say yes.
Okay.
As a football fan, I would say I'd love to see Lamar
Of course.
in the playoffs just because he's super dynamic. But I don't think anybody right now poses a threat to come into Mile High besides Josh Allen to me. So it doesn't matter if the Ravens win or the Patriots win. You know, the Broncos just got to be playing and focus on themselves going into the playoffs.
All right. I think that's going to wrap it up for us here on the No Lie Zone. We both got friends in here in the bar that we're going to go hang out with, have a couple drinks, enjoy some of the great food here. Quickly before we do that, I just have to say it is so unbelievably cool for me to go from post-game show, talking ball with you, come down here, talk ball with Aqib, go back up there, talk with you, back here again, talking ball with you. It's a real blessing to be able to talk with some of the great football minds that have ever come through and been a Denver Broncos. So thank you.
Oh, man, this has been a blast. I love working here, working with you guys. I think the way that you guys see the game, the way that you understand it, not only from a fan perspective, but also you guys are smart and you really know football. It's not just – you guys aren't just like it looking to piss people off or just, you know.
Jags fans would disagree this week.
I love the fact that they clipped you, bro.
I do too.
I think it's cool. You got motion.
Exactly. This show has motion because of the great people that make it happen. Shout out to Bennie. Shout out to Emma on the ones and twos. And shout out to Aqib, of course, who squeezed coming in here to make this happen tonight.
Is he headed to L.A.?
Yes.
Going back? Oh.
Headed to L.A. He's, like I said, hardest working man in showbiz. That's going to do it for us, everyone. Enjoy the show and enjoy your Christmas. We will, of course, see you next week.